South Africa is preparing for a major shift in how history is taught in schools. One of the most well-known historical figures, Jan van Riebeeck, may no longer take center stage in school textbooks. The Department of Basic Education is taking a step back in history, saying Van Riebeeck is not our beginning. For many years, learners were taught that the year 1652 marked the beginning of South African history. This was when Jan van Riebeeck arrived at the Cape. Now education experts are challenging that idea. The new curriculum wants to present that moment as just one part of a much longer and deeper history. A history that already existed long before 1652. This change is part of a broader move to decolonize education. This means shifting away from Eurocentric narratives and focusing more on African perspectives. Instead of presenting Van Riebeeck as a founder, he is now described as an employee of a trading company, arriving in a land where society's cultures and trade networks were already active. The revised curriculum will focus more on pre-colonial African civilizations. It will include indigenous knowledge systems. It will also bring in oral history and archaeological evidence. The aim is to give learners a more balanced and complete understanding of the past. Supporters of the change say this is about restoring dignity and representation. For a long time, some parts of African history were ignored or minimized. Now the goal is to bring those stories forward. There is also a push to make history a compulsory subject. This will help learners think critically and analyze information instead of just memorizing dates. This will bring a huge difference. Experts warn that changing the curriculum alone is not enough. Teachers need proper training. Schools need the right resources. Looking at this as South Africans, this is an important and sensitive change. History is not just about facts, it is about identity and perspective. Some people may feel that certain figures are being reduced. Others believe this change is long overdue. The most important thing is balance. Not removing history but expanding it to include the full story. This can help young people become more informed and aware citizens. The key may not be choosing one version over another, but making sure the full story is told. A story that includes all voices and all perspectives. Another important point to consider is how this change could impact future generations. The way history is taught in schools shapes how young people understand their country and their identity. By including more African perspectives, learners may develop a deeper connection to the history of the land. This could also encourage more interest in history as a subject, because it becomes more relatable and meaningful to everyday life. At the same time, it is important that the curriculum remains balanced. What do you think about this change? Is South Africa moving towards a more complete and balanced history? Or is this a controversial shift that could divide opinions? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do not forget to like, subscribe and follow Mzansi Alert for more updates.